What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. And today I will do a review plus how to put on my Book of Boba Fett cosplay slash costume, and everything that I put on here will be linked in the description. There are two things that does not come with the costume, and that is the helmet and the boots that I'll be wearing. The rest, including these pants that I have on, are in fact included. So without further ado, let's just start putting on the costume. This is my way of doing it. You will, if you want to use or buy this, you will definitely have your own way of it, but this is how I do it because especially when I'm alone, I find it a lot easier to do this way than any other way. So I'll start with obviously putting on the pants. I already have those on, but that's because, you know, can't fucking change pants in the street or in a video because that will look a bit dumb. These pants or these boots, these boots are from the Grand Inquisitor costume from SimCosplay. It's the same with the Book of Boba Fett cosplay is also from SimCosplay, but I will do a different video on the Grand Inquisitor one. But any boots like these will work perfectly. I just use these because I have them and I think they look very well, and they fit very well with the Book of Boba Fett costume. So just these on. I think the best thing is do not start with the top, definitely start with the bottom part of the costume because it's a lot easier to put it on and move your entire body with, and you don't need to struggle putting these parts on. I tried once before with the upper parts, did not really go that well. And these things here are for your legs. Now these will, if you have boots like this will go on top of it, like easier. I also want to show you guys how to put them on. So normally I would definitely just put them on just on the ground or on the floor, but since it is a video, I will do it on like this. Now if you have a friend or family member that has no issue helping you, definitely ask for help because it's a bit of pain in the ass to do this alone, I figured. But it is definitely manageable to do this completely alone, as I'm going to show. I think the worst part is these, especially if you have like boots, because these are a little bit pain to move with. But as you can see again, it works. So we have these which on, and the brown pieces of it. Next part are these. These are like I don't know what to call it. These are like the guns that he uses on his legs. Leg guns, if you want to call it that. Now, one thing to know about this, these are handmade. Everything here is handmade. So it won't look 100% accurate, but it'll look accurate enough for a costume, I think, or a cosplay. I still think, even though it doesn't look 100% like the costume, I think it looks it is very high quality. My opinion. Now, note to self, the part where these pieces here is on the left leg. That is a very important thing. So, next part is actually this shirt that comes with it. Now, with the Book of Boba Fett one, or costume, I would recommend buying one piece larger for safety. I mean, this thing is very tight on me. As you can see, it's a bit like that. Doesn't go all the way, and even though I'm doing this. So if you're gonna use the size that you have, definitely note to self that it will be, your movement will be a little bit limited, but it's not something that will ruin the entire experience. It's just don't be able to do a lot of motions and shit. You can't like move your, I can't move my arm more than this, or else it will hurt my arms. It's not really stretchy, that's what I mean. This shirt is not really stretchy. And there's a button-up shirt as well. It's a bit of a pain to put on. I will not put on the top button as obvious reasons, because I don't even think I'm able to, and that would limit my movement quite a lot. And I will also put this shirt under the pants, or in the pants, so this isn't really visible as it is. Next part is actually this piece of cloth, as you might want to call it. Well, I sometimes call it the skirt, but it's not really a skirt, but I like to call it that, just for the fun of it. Boom! It's on. Next part. Now, next part is the belt. Now, since I'm alone, how I will do this is turn it around. See the strips. Now, one thing that I should probably say is that these bullets, as shown here, comes off and on, so you need to put each and every single bullet on the belt itself. But the belt has little pockets, which is very cool. I like that a lot. That's awesome. Going to include. Now, where the... Huh? Oh, there we go. Now, since I'm alone, I will put it this way. And I've done it this way. Now, the same with this holster. There's a lot of things I forget, because I just have it on there, so it's easier to put it on. It's also need to put on. This is going to be on the right leg, so make sure it's on the right side of the costume. Now, this belt is extremely tight, so I will breathe in as much as I can. I feel it's a bit too
too tight actually. So I might need to have it on my stomach. Then turn it around. So it's like that. Just like that. And here is the holster. Nice. Holster will obviously be here. Now this here will go under there. So it's not that like staying there, it will go a bit like further down with a bit of a rotation on it. And you tighten it as much as you can. Not super like so the point where you can feel it stretching when you put it on, but enough to know that it won't move from your leg or your thigh. That's more accurate. Now if you're like me, you'll dangle a bit like that, but it's easy just to do that. Put it under there. And boom! That's the holster done. Next part. Oh. Is this. The biggest thing. Now, if you have a friend, there's a zip on here on the back side. You can open it, so it's a lot easier to put it on. But it is totally manageable to put it on without that zip, pulling down that zip, as I'm going to show. It's a bit tricky, but it is manageable. At least it should be manageable, because I've done it once, and I should be able to do it again. There we go. Whew. But also note that if you have a friend, definitely ask a friend for help. That's one thing to take away from this. If you have a friend, ask for help. A friend that will help you. Just make sure that sets. Or that will want to help you. Definitely ask them for help, because this, as you can tell, is pretty exhausting to put on alone. I'm gonna try not to move away from the mic that much. Now, next part is cool. This thing, same with the same with these. These comes off this thing. This thing is also hooked up here. A button. Just put that button on before you put on the costume. And these will just go inside this arm thingy. I don't know what to call it. It should. It's a bit tight. Just to take a screwdriver or something rounded like that and just put it in there, so this will go in easier. That's how I did it. And it worked out pretty well. Now, one thing that I realized is these gloves. This one is a bit more tight. Put on. That might be because it's handmade. It's a bit more difficult to do exact. But it's fine. We'll put it on alone. It's completely manageable again. And then, if I'm able to put this on my arm. There we go. Now that is on. feel it. This thing is a lot more hot than it looks like. But I think it looks very cool. I'm a big fan of Boba Fett. If that's not obvious. That was a bit too loud for you guys. Sorry. Well, see, this comes right on. So it's maybe a malfunctioning error, but that's fine. Same with this thing here. I'm a bit bad at showing each and every single part, but this rocket thing, also just put it on there. Very easy. Now, what I might try actually, I'm gonna try this for this change. Zipping this like that before I put on. That might actually work. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. That did work. Hey! I also learned something new today. Jesus. And the helmet. This helmet is the Black Series Book of Boba Fett helmet. You can see the green is a bit off. I might need to do that later. But I don't think I will, because I don't want to ruin the paint job on this. And then the final piece is putting on the helmet. Now, I think this looks awesome. Oh, wrong thing. Like that. The next thing I need to do on this costume is buy obviously the big gun for Boba Fett. But all in all, I think this costume is really cool. This entire thing is around $400 to 500, something like that. Because this is 200, if you do the shipping that I did, 200. This costume is around 250, something like that, but yeah. I think this costume is really sick. It's very high detailed for leather. Some parts I wish weren't leather. Like this, I wish this was a bit more detailed. This green is a bit darker than I would like, but it's alright. My favorite part is obviously the belt. I think the belt looks absolutely stunning. The belt is one of my favorite things on this costume. But yeah, that's how you put it on. Very simple. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to watch my other cosplay videos, I have one where I put on this costume that's right here, which is the Grand Inquisitor from Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye!